Insane Sports Comedy telling you that I do not believe this. The NBA told teams Friday that none of the seeding games inside the Orlando, Florida bubble will count toward individual regular season honors. That means Zion Williamson won't get the chance to beat the odds and challenge frontrunner John Morant for the Rookie of the Year crown, and LeBron James won't get to pick up his chase of Giannis Antetokounmpo for MVP. This is basically this is basically sorry Zion, sorry LeBron. I'm not sorry because at the end of the day, I know was the true rightful MVP, and John Morant is a rightful Rookie of the Year. Period. As a matter of fact, the votes say so. But the league's announcement does not mean we get to reveal our experts awards picks. But the league's announcement does mean we get to reveal our experts awards picks a bit early. So they basically get to spoil you all the picks because there's gonna be no awards handed out anyways. So who will win top individual honors for the 2019-2020 season? Let's run down the list. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Get ready. Courtesy of ESPN. Get ready, folks. Get ready. Get ready. So, Rookie of the Year, Kevin Arnold. Okay, I'm gonna just go by first name. Kevin says John Morant. Jerry says John Morant. Nick says John Morant. Nick says John Morant. Kirk says John Morant. Andrew says John Morant. Chris says John Morant. Are they all men? Andrew says John Morant. Another Andrew says John Morant. Tim says John Morant. Jackie says John Morant. Bobby says John Morant. Dave says John Morant. Kevin says John Morant. Omar says John Morant. Jorge says John Morant. Andre says John Morant. Mark says John Morant. Eric says John Morant. Royce says John Morant. And Ohm says John Morant. Final tally, John Morant, 20 votes. And you don't see anyone's name on this list. Nobody said Zion. Nobody. 20 out of 20. 20 out of 20. They're all agreeing. They all know. They all agree to the same. Yo, this is crazy. And you know what, John Morant? You know what, John Morant? You earned it. For every award, I'm gonna I'm gonna pick either you earned it or you burned it. Burned it means it was just burned it literally means that it wasn't really rightfully given, and that you know you just didn't earn it. So it's either you earned it or you burned it. Nah, you earned it. You earned it. You earned it. Honestly, the burn term doesn't even make any sense, but I'm using it. I'm using it. I'm not even gonna lie. It doesn't make any sense, but fuck it, I'm using it. For Coach of the Year, we see an image of Nick Nurse. Hmm. So Kevin says Nick Nurse. Jerry says Nick Nurse. Nick says Nick Nurse. The other Nick says Frank Vogel. Kirk says Nick Nurse. Andrew says Nick Nurse. Chris says Nick Nurse. Andrew says Frank Vogel. Tim says Nick Nurse. Jackie says Nick Nurse. Bobby says Nick Nurse. Dave says Nick Nurse. Kevin says Mike Budenholzer. Omar says Nick Nurse. Jorge says Nick Nurse. Andre says Nick Nurse. Mark says Billy Donovan. Of the Thunder? Hmm. That's an odd pick for me. That's a pretty odd pick for me. Can't lie to you, that's a pretty odd pick for me. Mike. I know. Eric says Mike Budenholzer. Rich Young says Nick Nurse, and Ohm says Nick Nurse. Final tally. Nick Nurse, 15 votes. Mike Budenholzer, 2 votes. Frank Vogel, 2 votes. Billy Donovan, 1 vote. Now, most people, being the LA Laker favorites they are, probably would have voted for Frank Vogel. But Nick Nurse, you earned it. You earned it. After coming off of a strong, you did, after this season, the Toronto Raptors are going to be defending their NBA championship after almost not having the opportunity to. Thanks to the NBA bubble, the Raptors can defend their title rightfully after defeating the now bottom feeding Golden State Warriors. Nick Nurse is doing an amazing job with this Raptors team, and I'm glad these guys are taking notice. Nick Nurse,